Hi guys! Today I'm going to talk about the background of the band Creed and the story of how they became successful. But before we start the story, let's begin with the title of the song. The title is With Arms Wide Open. Here, the key expression is arms wide open. When you open your arms wide, you show welcome or love to someone. People open their arms like that when they are ready to accept something important. So the title With Arms Wide Open means accepting something with love and openness. Now listen to this sentence, a record of inner reflection that grew too large. The key word here is reflection. Reflection means thinking deeply about your own life or feelings. So the idea is simple. This story is about very deep personal thoughts that eventually became very big. But where did this story begin? Let's go back to the beginning. Florida's heavy air and a trembling voice. One important word here is trembling. Trembling means shaking a little, often because of strong emotion. Now listen to this sentence. In 1994, on the hot and humid campus of Florida State University, Scott Stapp and Mark Tremonti met for the first time. Two words here. First, humid. Humid means the air has a lot of water in it. It feels wet and sticky. Second, campus. A campus is the area where a university is located. So the idea is simple. In 1994, Scott Stapp and Mark Tremonti met at Florida State University, and that meeting later led to the birth of the band, Creed. Stapp grew up under strict religious beliefs, always carrying questions about sin, forgiveness, and fear. He felt this constant need to give shape to emotions he couldn't put into words. 4 words here. First, strict. Strict means very firm about rules or discipline. In a strict environment, people are expected to follow the rules carefully. Second, religious. Religious means related to religion or belief in God. It describes a life guided by spiritual teachings. Third, sin. Sin means doing something that is considered morally wrong, especially in a religious sense. In many religions, people ask forgiveness for their sins. Fourth, forgiveness. Forgiveness means deciding to stop feeling anger towards someone who did something wrong. In religion, it often means being forgiven by God. And one expression here, put into words. To put something into words means to express a feeling or idea clearly with language. Sometimes we feel something deeply, but it is difficult to explain it. So what this means is this. Scott Stapp grew up in a very strict religious environment. He often thought about sin, forgiveness, and fear, and he had many emotions that were very difficult for him to explain in words. Let's look at a comment from Scott Stapp. I was a young man struggling with my own demons, struggling with my identity and where I fit in the world. 2 expressions here. First, struggle. To struggle means to have a very difficult time with something. It means you are trying hard to deal with a problem, but it is not easy. For example, people struggle with their studies, their work, or their emotions. Second, fit in. To fit in means to feel that you belong somewhere. It means you feel comfortable in a group or in a place because you feel accepted there. Many young people think about where they fit in the world. So what he's saying is simple. Scott Stapp was a young man who was having a difficult time in his life. He was trying to understand who he really was and where he belonged in the world. Now let's shift our focus to Mark Tremonti. Now listen to this sentence. Tremonti learned technique and structure before emotion. He knew how to turn chaos into order through sound. One expression here, turn chaos into order. Chaos means complete confusion or disorder. Order means things are organized and controlled. So to turn chaos into order means to change something messy or confusing into something structured and clear. Tremonti could change chaos into order through music. He could take messy ideas and turn them into structured sound. Now let's listen to Tremonti's own words. I had the music, and he had the lyrics and the melodies. It was a perfect match. We both had that same drive and that same vision of what we wanted to do. One important word here is drive. Drive means a strong inner motivation. It describes a powerful desire to achieve something. People with drive keep working toward their goals even when things are difficult. So the idea is simple. Tremonti focused on the music and structure, while Stapp brought the lyrics and melodies. They shared the same strong motivation and the same vision, and that combination made them a perfect creative match. Now let's move to the next part of the story.